What is up, guys? Lizard Jesus here, bringing you guys another video from Age of Empires Mobile, and this is 5 tips to help you in the early game. These are tips that I have learned from playing this game in early access, as well as my time in Rise of Kingdoms has kind of helped me to kind of expect and prepare for these types of city building massive multiplayer games. So first tip that I'm going to recommend players is to join an alliance. In this game, when alliance members defeat barbarians, it gives everyone in the alliance gifts, so that's really going to help in the early game and overall. And alliance members can also assist each other to speed up things, as right here, requesting assistance to heal. You can assist all, and that helps speed things up. Being in an alliance, you can research technologies, so things like this give the alliance you're in benefit, such as something which I will show you. So this is only available in an alliance, and that's called the Alliance Food Center. So basically you can go here. As you can see, I'm already gathering here, and you can gather excess amount of food safely instead of having to gather in the open field. Another tip, the third tip that I'm going to be giving you guys is understanding how to level up. Sorry, the second tip is going to be understanding how to level up the right commanders. So in this game, there's 4 unit types. There's swordsmen, pikemen, cavalry, and archers. And the way that it kind of works is that you have what's called lineups. These are basically like marches in Rise of Kingdoms. But, so for example, my first lineup, like my first pair, is Leonidas primary and Richard secondary. These are both commanders that specialize in pikemen, but not only that, they both specialize in attack and counterattack. So I basically have a strong pair that specializes in attack as well as counterattack and pikemen, but because the secondary specializes in the exact same troop type and the exact same attack and counterattack specialty, it's basically like one super buff march. It's just one super buff march. My infantry march is Miyamoto and Harambe. These commanders are the ones you want to level up. For free to play, I suggest going with Richard. Richard's the best for free to play because Leonidas is only obtainable by bundles, and Miyamoto is through the VIP shop. Richard is available from your first wheel, I think about a week and a half to a couple weeks in the game, and he's gonna be like free to play's commander right now. This is the one you want to get with, and the reason being is that Harambe, Joan of Arc, this person, Guan Yu, Herald, these are all gold key commanders. Those are commanders you do not want to level up. If you're free to play, you want to level up Richard first. Or if you're a low spender, I would suggest actually with Leo. The reason why I would suggest Leo is because it's harder to max out a Miyamoto, because you have to max him out through VIP, and VIP takes lots in this game. So understanding the right commanders to level up. Avoid gold key commanders. Like right here, this is a gold key. Let's see who I got. Okay, so I think that's Joan of Arc. Yeah, it's Joan of Arc. So you see what I mean? Like over time, you get these commanders for free. So like, there's really no reason to level them up, and they're really not that good. Like Guan Yu has to be one of the worst commanders in here. It literally does like single target damage over time for 3 seconds, which is just terrible, dude. Like that is just so underpowered. Herald is a support and buff swordsman. and he's good for Calv too, but he's a support and buff. And if you're looking for a support and buff, Harambe is just better. Honestly, he's better. The only thing that Herald has over Harambe is that he's good with cavalry. He works with cavalry. This guy doesn't, but I think if you're looking for a support buff commander, Harambe is the only one that I would level up out of here. Joan of Arc, you can, if you're super free to play, then Joan of Arc will be a fine secondary to your Richard I. So a free to play player, you grab Richard I, and then for your secondary, you can run Joan of Arc, and she is fine. I would actually recommend free to play players to do that. If you can get your hands on Richard I, level him up, that's your primary. Joan of Arc is she's a fine secondary for now. I wouldn't even touch Josephine at all, honestly. Just don't waste your time on her at all. So yeah, another tip that I'm gonna be giving you guys is how to spend your premium currency. In this game, you get premium currency, and you really have to be careful where to spend it. So if we go to the market right here, this is something that you can build. I believe at like level 8 or 10. You have an option to buy things with food, wood, and gold, and stuff like that, and stone. But if we scroll down, there are other things we can get with premium currency. These are called sanctuary blueprints, and sometimes you will also find grand blueprints. These are special materials that you need to upgrade certain buildings. You cannot upgrade the guard tower without this material. So things like these are what you should be buying. It costs 4 of the premium currency, but that's fine. Like that little for a special material that is absolutely needed in order to do construction is fine. And I'm going to explain why. There's one difference between Rise of Kingdoms and Age of Empires Mobile, and it's that in this game, your watchtowers are actually super important. Your guard towers. The reason why is because this is what deals damage to people that attack your city, such as barbarians or players. And as you see here, if you look at resources, that material I bought is needed for this construction. And now we can ask for assistance from my alliance. So I hope you guys can kind of get that. Join an alliance, understanding the right heroes to level up. So pretty much avoid all of the tavern heroes, all of the tavern commanders, except for Harambe. He's one of the better ones from there. And Joan of Arc, if you are looking for a pair with your Richard I. Aside from those two, I honestly just would not touch anyone else. And understanding where to spend your premium currency, buying those things that's needed for your guard tower construction. Well, those are some tips that I hope you guys can benefit from. A fourth tip that I'm going to be giving you guys is Expedition. So this is what's called the Apex Arena. It's accessible through Expedition, and it's kind of like Canyon. It's kind of like Canyon. So as you guys see here, I got challenged, and I lost here. So that sucks. If we go back out, the reason why this is important is because every game you play, you get rewards from. We're just going to let this play out. So this guy's running Guan Yu. I've got Leonidas with Richard. I don't know who his secondary is. I don't think he even has a secondary. I'm not sure. I can't tell. Yeah, this guy's going down. So right here I got premium currency. It gives you premium currency, so you're going to want to grind this out, and arena silver as well. So it gives you rewards such as premium currency, so that's why it's a good thing to grind it out, as that's going to be one of the ways for free-to-play players to acquire premium currency. You can also acquire premium currency just through defeating barbarians. So free-to-play players are really going to want to grind out barbarians, Apex Arena, as well as Expedition in general. Expedition, you'll sometimes get premium currency as well. I'm not going to show Expedition today because it's kind of lengthy, and I want to keep this video simple. So the last tip that I recommend new players, the fifth and final tip is actually going to be about your city, and has to do with your villagers. In this game, depending on the level of houses you have, you are allowed a certain amount of villagers, and you can assign them to work on things like your gold mine, your quarry, your mill, farms, and like this right here. I didn't even realize that I was missing a villager here, so I'm gonna go to my farm, and I'm gonna assign one more villager. As you see, I now am gathering more food. Before, I was only gathering 1,000 an hour, but when you have all your villagers here, you are gathering more food from these things. And I'm also going to throw this in here. All buildings can be freely upgraded with up to level 5. It costs like very little wood and zero. It costs no time. So that's something good. It's a good way to get all base buildings up there. Yeah, so make sure you're assigning your villagers, so that you're collecting more food. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was 5 tips that I hope you guys can learn from the early game.